Welcome back to the show, everyone. Well, our next guest is no stranger to having himself talked about in various social circles, and that happened for the better quite recently, and his show has now moved to AM 650.
Yes, we are talking about the one and only Red Robinson. You can listen to Red Rock Diner again on AM 650.
Yeah.
How are you, Red?
How are you, Red?
I'm fine and happy. It was seamless, the move.
So tell us from the beginning, what actually happened?
You were on Fun FM.
Yes, and they changed format. It's that simple. Stations do that from time to time.
Yeah.
So I knew something was going to happen because they switched to sort of an urban sound.
Right.
You know, they went to...
Perfect for Red Rock Diner.
Yeah, perfect. The rap really fits my MO, you know. So, no. So it was just goodbye, and I couldn't believe it. I was telling you before we came on, both of you, I couldn't believe it. The first day, I had 2,100 emails, and Facebook went crazy. It was unbelievable, and I thank everybody for that.
And these were all people that wanted to hear you back on the air.
Yes. And I think what I do is what we all used to do, Fred Latrimore, all of us. We're DJs, we're personalities, we tell stories, we make it interesting. It's entertainment is what it is.
Yeah.
And I think people recognize that there isn't much of it left on radio that way. I mean, radio's changed and people listen to it, but it's not the same.
Well, and to have this, I mean, literally for you, an encyclopedia of stories from a life doing what you love to do and talking to these amazing artists through, you know, all kinds of, I mean...
Oh, through decades, yeah. But it's like you young people here, you're building, look how many years...
I love hearing us called young people, because that doesn't happen anymore. People now come up to us, Red, and say, we've been watching you since I was a little boy, since I was a kid. So thank you for calling us young people.
You're laughing too hard.
Oh. No, but what I meant is you built with the show, look at all the experiences you've had.
Yeah.
And that's why, for me, it's easy to go on and talk about, you know, Elvis and I waiting in the Lions dressing room, waiting to go on in Empire Stadium with the Beatles and all of that. I lived it. It's not something I read out of a book and transferred.
Red, there are two things that Michael and I can never say, that we interviewed Elvis or the Beatles. So you're on your own there.
I haven't even been in the changing room at Empire Field. So there you go.
Now, Red Rock Diner, happily back at AM 650. How happy were you? Because this all happened very quickly.
Oh, yes.
We should mention.
Yes, within the week. What is amazing about it is when I went originally to, it was then called Sea Isle, it's still AM 650, the program director was a guy I really admire and respect, Brad Phillips.
Yeah, we worked with Brad for
a few
years.
You know Brad, he's a great guy.
guy.
And then Brad moved over to television, did other things. And now he's back as the general manager. So it was like going home.
Going the full circle.
You know, and Jerry O'Day's still there, and it's a family.
I mean, obviously, it's hugely complimentary when people care enough to sort of write everything. But were you surprised a little bit when this happened, when it was announced that you were gone from Fun FM, and to see that reaction? Because we were on holiday, and I saw it on Facebook, and I was like, wow, that's, you know, A, really cool, but B, really, I mean, it's just amazing.
I know. It happened so quickly, you're right. The announcement that they were changing the format, which they let me know ahead of time, and I did my last show that week. And then they changed it. You know, it's now hip-hop and rap.
Now, tell us about Red Rock Diner. What's going on? You're 3 weeks in. Tell us.
Well, it'll be 3 weeks Sunday.
It's a new career all over again.
35 years plus 3 weeks.
What can people listen to on Red Rock Diner?
Well, I do all of my interviews that I've had over the years. I've kept them all. They're all digitized now. So I run 2 an hour, but they're short. They're not long things. People's attention spans, as you guys know, has shrunk.
What are we
so
talking
I do
about?
it short. Pardon?
I said, what are we talking about?
Let's go my bikes.
I just looked at my watch and my minute's up. But anyway, I do those interviews, and I run a lot of different interesting features about music. For instance, Michael Bublé in his last album brought out Fever. And I compare that with the original one with Peggy Lee, and I do a whole myriad of those over time. I've never run out. It's called Compare the Hits. So there's a lot of what I call ingredients in the show.
Yeah. You're obviously still doing this because you love it. I mean,
that's it.
There comes a stage in your life where you have a choice whether you work or not work, and I think you've been in that stage for quite a while now. What keeps you going? Why do you keep doing the show? And
you've just hit it. It's passion. It's just in me. I love doing it. As a matter of fact, my wife said, I wish you'd slow down a bit, because I still do too much. But she says, but don't give up your radio. And my kids say the same thing, because they know I love it.
Is it tough for you? You get talking about Elvis and the Beatles and this great catalog of interviews that you have. Is it tough to pick the favorites that you're going to listen to?
Yeah, well, it's tough. It's like, you ask somebody, what's your favorite song? Well, how many hits have there been? How many albums have there been? I mean, I like everything. I love Bob Dylan's writing. I love, all kinds of music. Contemporary music I like too. As a matter of fact, Michael Bublé, I was honored to be the MC at his wedding reception here. And he and I talk about, he loved Bobby Darin, by the way. Everybody thinks he's a Sinatra. He's not. He loved Darin. He loved Elvis Presley. There's style. Yeah. And we talk about different songs. Fever was one of them we talked about, and he recorded.
What was it like to MC his wedding? He's a little bit of a troublemaker, a little bit
no kidding.
a clown.
I've seen him on here with you guys.
It must have been fun.
And just so the audience knows, that is the real Michael.
Yeah. It really is.
He's a great
and what a
guy.
beautiful bride.
We have to talk about something else. You had a very nice honor bestowed on you. Is it Doorman of the Year?
Yeah, the Doorman of the Year. Every year, the Child Foundation now basically sponsors it, and they name someone in the community. Jimmy Pattison has won it. Ross McLeod, who sadly I went to his funeral yesterday, he was honored last year. And different people over the years are selected in the community.
Jimmy Pattison?
Yeah, Jimmy's one of them. Dal Richards one year. And it's going out to the community, people that have done something in the community. So it's a great honor for me, I'll tell you.
What a fantastic honor.
Yes, coming up in...
As opposed to the doorknob award?
Right, yes. I've got... Why are you pointing over here?
I didn't know, I didn't.
Right, you could be in the running.
I am the doorknob of the year.
Yeah,
No.
I do have a great lock on the prize, though, for many years now.
Yeah.
I look forward to keeping the doorknob
So
to
when
myself.
can people hear Red Rock Diner?
Sundays on AM 650 and streaming audio, of course, from noon to 4. Every
Excellent.
Sunday. Yeah.
Very nice. And you can follow Red on Twitter as well. Red the DJ or DJ Red?
DJ Red.
DJ Red.
Yeah.
I followed you yesterday. You
I
better
wanted
follow-
to have that as a license plate, but I couldn't get it.
DJ Red, you better follow me back on Twitter, man, or we're going to have some
too.
issues. That's right. You and I.
Thank you,
Love
Red.
it.
We are going to take a quick break.